It's just this time you're going to be talking. Okay? All right. It's going to be good.
There's a place where the wind don't blow and the sun don't glare in your eyes. High over the mountains, but it's not like home to me. Blowing through these battered walls, let your fingers soften my eyes as a breath of fall rides on your shoulders. Would you soothe these troubled times? Won't you soothe these troubled times? There's a place where the cross is king and the steeples fill the sky. No spirit left to wander free, and it's not like home to me. Blowing through these battered walls, let your whispers open our hands as the breath of life rides on your timeless wings. Would you soothe this troubled land? Won't you soothe this troubled land? And there's a place every heart is free to seek truth as it can, built out of blood, sweat, and tears. It's the only home for me. Blowing through these battered walls, let your wonder carry our dreams as a breath of justice sweeps across the world. Would you soothe these troubled seas? Won't you soothe these troubled seas?
Good morning. Welcome to All Souls Unitarian Universalist Church. The singer on the song that you just heard is our minister, Reverend Barbara Gerald, who is currently out of town at the Kerrville Folk Festival pursuing her other career as a singer-songwriter. And she will actually perform, I believe it's this Thursday evening, there at the festival. So she was a winner of the New Folk contest last year. So we're very excited for her. And meanwhile, my name is Susan Caldwell, and I'm the Director of Religious Education. And today is a day that we celebrate the children and youth in our program. And we have a fun service planned, whatever your age or race, sexual orientation, gender identity, nationality, political persuasion. If you care to worship with us, if you care to uphold the principles and values of Unitarian Universalism, then you are welcome here, and we are glad you're here. We try to front-load our services with a few announcements, and in that regard, I'm going to invite our immediate past board president, Bennett Upton, to do that.
Hi, good morning. And so, let's see, I'm actually stealing her notes about, the notes aren't all inclusive. Okay, so the volunteer of the month, I know that one.
Yeah.
And then who's the, oh, and I'm sorry, okay. Sorry. Okay.
Some of it's here too, a few extra notes.
The giveaway, the plate for this month, we'll be splitting the plate with the donations plate with the Louisiana Trans Advocates. So if you'd like to throw in a few bucks and chip in for those folks, they would appreciate it. And then also our volunteer of the month is amazing. She's wonderful. She's always at game night if you want to find her. She's on the tech team, and she's just involved in everything that we do here at the church, and she's just one of the kindest people I've ever met. Tina Hines. And I think that's all the announcements that I have, unless I've got...
Vegan potluck.
Vegan potluck right after the service. Awesome, and I made the pie for it, so you'll definitely want to stick around for that. It's an amazing pie. I've already tried it. It's really good. Not to brag, but anyway, that's all I've got. Thanks.
So Joy, you were worried about dessert. It sounds like we got that covered. And Joy Walker is the person who's kind of organized all this, who has started this group, the Peace Alliance, for people that either are vegan or are exploring veganism or vegan curious. So please join us today. Let's see, one more thing. On June 14th, which is a Friday at 6 p.m., we will have a documentary on the Holy Land Foundation 5 and the case that was pursued against this Muslim charitable organization right after 9/11. The 5 people are still in prison, and the documentary kind of interviewed everybody involved: prosecutors, defense, witnesses, friends, family. So it's very comprehensive, and it should be really interesting. And some of the people involved in the defense were actually Unitarian Universalists from the Dallas area. So we have kind of a home connection to that as well. And by the way, Louisiana Trans Advocates does meet today from 1:30 to 3:30. That is an organization for trans and non-binary people and their supportive family and allies. So that's it. Thank you so much. Welcome. I did want to say one thing. This end of the year service, for those of you who've experienced it before, it's going to be a little different this year. I just want to let you know that that is by request, not by neglect, okay? Just that's all I need to say with that. Meet JETPIG. And we want to thank Ava Kate Peck for fixing up JETPIG to be JETPIG. Like every good superhero, JETPIG has an origin story. To tell it, we have to take you back to a time before JETPIG, a time when a group of very dedicated Unitarian Universalists, including ministers and religious educators and lay members, were appointed to something called the Article II Commission, a group of superheroes in their own right, dedicated to doing good. So right away, you have an organization, that's part of every superhero origin story, right? An organization dedicated to doing good. And the task before them was to reevaluate Article 2 of the bylaws. Doesn't that sound exciting? Except when you know that Article 2 is what we've come to know as the Unitarian Universalist principles, purposes, and sources. They asked people all over the association to talk about the values that we hold most dear as Unitarian Universalists. And there was one word that kept coming up. Can you guess what that one word was? Can you guess? One word that kept coming up again and again and again. Well, that was one. Starts with an L. Right. Love, the word love. And these good and dedicated people looked at the UU principles, at this beautiful language once crafted years ago by another Article II commission after the same kinds of conversations, the same kind of work, and realized that somehow the word love had been left out, even though everyone said it was the most important thing. And they thought about how every Sunday, most Unitarian Universalists in this country rise in body or spirit and say a unison affirmation which begins, love is doctrine of this church. That's right. And so after a lot of listening and thinking and talking and listening some more, they came up with 6 values. And they illustrated the values like a flower with love at the center. Did I put that on a slide this time around? I don't think I did. You'll see it at the end, I promise. Okay, sorry about that. I just realized that. So they introduced these values last year for the second vote before the General Assembly, and they passed overwhelmingly. This summer, they're up for the third and final passage, which will require a 2/3 majority, which they had no problem getting last year, but a lot of people who voted for it last year said they wanted to move it forward, that they still weren't sure, so they wanted to move it forward. So we don't know. We don't know really what it's going to look like this summer. I think it has a very good chance of passing. I intend to vote for it. Our board president, Sally Wood, intends to. She'll be a delegate. But I know you're still waiting to hear what this has to do with the mighty JETPIG, who, by the way, has his little jetpack here. Another good and dedicated person, a religious educator, was thinking about how we'd remember these values and how we'd teach them to kids. What could these letters possibly spell for justice, equity, transformation, pluralism, interdependence, and generosity powered by love? And that brought the answer, JETPIG to the rescue. So come with us now and learn about all the values that give JETPIG his power, including his jetpack powered by love. For each of the values, you will get to hear the language that was voted on at last year's General Assembly. It may change a little bit this year, but probably not much. And because there's not yet an official children's version of these values, you'll hear after each one a shorter, simplified version that we came up with ourselves. But first, I'm going to ask if some of the kids would like to help me with the children's chalice lighting. And Jackson, I'm actually going to need you up here right after this, so if you want to go ahead and come help, that would be fantastic. Ready? We light this chalice to celebrate Unitarian Universalism. This is the church of the open mind. This is the church of the helping hands. This is the church of the loving heart. Together, with mind, hands, and heart, we care for the earth and for each other. Jackson, do you want to come light since I'm gonna read? Thank you. Did you want the stool or did you want to? You can stand. Okay. Let's scoot it over then. So you can move up to the mic, okay? I'll move it right here so that you'll be closer to the mic. J is for justice. We work to be diverse, multicultural, beloved communities where all thrive. We covenant to dismantle racism and all forms of systemic oppression. We support the use of inclusive democratic processes to make decisions.
We work to dismantle racism and other oppressions and to create a free and fair world where all people can vote on things that matter to them.
Thank you. And E is for equity. We declare that every person has the right to flourish with inherent dignity and worthiness. We covenant to use our time, wisdom, attention, and money to build and sustain fully accessible and inclusive communities.
All people are important and valuable. You should be treated fairly and kindly. We will work to build communities where all people can live a good life.
Thank you. And some of the illustrations you saw are some that the kids have done. And then we also looked at these other, the last picture there about, we talked about equity versus equality. Equality is when everything's the same. Equity is when someone needs a little more help or the starting line is not quite in the same place. Equity is how we try to balance that. And I think that third picture in that series talks about, the equality where the fence is the same level but not everybody can see. Then the next, it's getting a little better because they've propped up the person who can see over the fence. But finally the third one, the barriers are actually removed. What a concept, right? And now if you'll rise in body or spirit and join us for the unison affirmation. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve human need, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the sacred. Thus do we covenant with each other. And our opening hymn will be "We Are on a Journey," another song written by our minister. And I want to thank Bob Jordan for playing for me.
And my vision's not real good. But
Is that okay? Can you see?
no,
Are yours over there? Where are yours? These are mine. These are mine. Where are yours?
did you not pick up mine? I transposed.
That's okay. We're going to do it in your key.
That'll be much better.
All right. Oh, not that one, though, the other one.
Yeah.
We are on a journey. And the words will be on the screen.
I hope you'll forgive me if I make mistakes. I had to get this off the computer and print it and then transpose it and write out the chords.
Thank you for doing all that, Bob. We are on... Sorry.
That's the lead-up chord.
On a journey, still together, here we stand. Tall and proud to be the voice of freedom in our land, where every person matters, where each vote counts the same. We search for truth in
that key worked for me.
All right. I'll now ask Ava to join me for transformation. To transform yourself from the pew to the pulpit. Oh. T is for transformation. We adapt to the changing world. We covenant to collectively transform and grow spiritually and ethically. Openness to change is fundamental to our Unitarian and Universalist heritages, never complete and never perfect.
We will keep working to change the world for the better, and as many Unitarians and Universalists before us have done.
Thank you. Pluralism. We celebrate that we are all sacred beings, diverse in culture, experience, and theology. We covenant to learn from one another in our free and responsible search for truth and meaning. We embrace our differences and commonalities with love, curiosity, and respect.
We respect all the ways we are different and all the ways we are the same.
Thank you. And now I'll ask Phoebe to come and join me. I is for interdependence. We honor the interdependent web of all existence. We covenant to cherish the earth and all beings by creating and nurturing relationships of care and respect. With humility and reverence, we acknowledge our place in the great web of life, and we work to repair harm and damaged relationships.
We take care of the earth and all beings who share our home in the great web of life.
Thank you so much, Phoebe. We take this to heart, knowing that all of us need all of us to make it, and we carry this truth with us into the silence. And I believe, Elizabeth, you're going to help me with generosity. Yeah, come on. You want to come over here? Or? G is for generosity. We cultivate a spirit of gratitude and hope. We covenant to freely and compassionately share our faith, presence, and resources. Our generosity connects us to one another in relationships of interdependence and mutuality.
We will share what we have with others because we are all connected.
Thank you. I'm going to do it one more time, a little bit louder.
Okay.
Go ahead.
We will share what we have with the others because we are all connected.
Thank you. So here at the end, we come back around to the beginning. The introductory statement of the proposed UU values is as follows. As Unitarian Universalists, we covenant, congregation to congregation, and through our association, to support and assist one another in our ministries. We draw from our heritages of freedom, reason, hope, and courage, building on a foundation of love. Love is the power that holds us together and is at the center of our shared values. We are accountable to one another for doing the work of living our shared values through the spiritual discipline of love. I'd like all of the children and youth to come forward, and the teachers too, Pam and Noah, if you would. First of all, I want to thank Pam Carlisle and Noah Wagstaff. We started out with 2 classes, and then we have 2 other teachers, Ashford McLean and Kevin Henry, who work and life and things. They've had to be out for a little while, and we know they'll be back, and they've been very dedicated. But meanwhile, we've combined the class, and Pam and Noah have just done some amazing work in there. And there's a couple of other families with children that couldn't make it today, but the group has grown from our post-pandemic Ava and Jackson, and so I know they are happy to have the company, and we very much are too. So first of all, I do have a gift for everybody. Don't get too excited, but one thing the kids have been doing every week is what they call gems of goodness and justice. And they've been taking these glass stones and moving them from the jar they came in to this kind of fancy jar. And so every week that they've done something kind, done a good deed, done something good for others, whether it's in their family, their school, their friends, whatever, they talk about that and they put a glass bead into the jar. And so as we move into summer activities, and might not necessarily be doing that every single week, I wanted to give you a little bag of gems of goodness and justice. There's 7 of them, 1 for each day of the week. If you do more good deeds, you can maybe put more in one day and then take them out and put them back in. But the idea is you'll put them in the bag throughout the week and then take them out and start over. So I'm going to give everybody. And if you don't like the color of bag that you got, then we can negotiate that afterward. That's your favorite color. I'm so happy. I am so happy. Now we have a couple of folks moving up, and we have actually a couple of books that didn't make it in that we do want to give you. But Jackson is moving into middle school, and we have a chalice pen for you. And then you'll also be getting a book by Ibram X. Kendi that just hasn't come in, but I promise that it's about a lot of the anti-racism stuff that we've been doing. Ava is moving into high school, amazingly, and so we have for you, it's a chalice pendant so that you have a symbol of your faith that you can wear as you move into this next phase of your life. And to let you know that we're very happy that you're here with us. And finally, Ian is graduating. We do have a couple of gifts for you. I'm not going to talk a lot. We wanted to acknowledge that passage. So if you don't want to come up, I'll give them to you afterward. But if you want to come up, we just want a chance to say that you've been such a great part of our community. You were a bolt for years and years, a bearer of light and tradition that lit the candles. And this is a book of meditations called Becoming, because we love who you are and who you are becoming. And this is a keychain, which we hope will help you open new doors, but also it's got a chalice on it to light the way home. Okay? So we thank you for being with us, and we thank you all for being with us this year. And Pam and Noah, I don't know, I owe y'all lunch, dinner, dessert, everything. We can definitely talk about that. So thanks, y'all, and let's give up. And we're going to sing I Can Work for Peace and Justice, which is another song that Barbara wrote. Y'all want to stay up here and sing with us? You can go back to your seat if you want to. Thank you so much. You want to stay up here and sing with us? We'd love that. Pam, you stay up here and sing.
Yeah, you're actually quiet.
Yeah. You got your stand, Bobby. Oh, yeah.
Let's see if I can remember it.
Oh, this is last week's. What's that doing here? Bob's got the words up there, I think. Actually, you can get my book if you want. So this is a little different. First of all, rise in body or spirit, because you'll sing better if everything's opened up. And we're going to sing the first verse all together. The second verse, if you'd like to sing it with me, you're more than welcome. And then for the last verse, we'll sing, we're going to try this. Usually Reverend Barbara is singing that second verse, so we'll see how it goes. But we'll sing both verses together at the same time. Okay?
Introductory chords.
What now?
Introductory chords.
Okay, I'm ready for introductory chords. I can work for peace and justice to make it more than a dream. If every day I do what I can to live respectfully, I can work for peace and justice. It's easier than it might seem to change this world one step at a time, where everyone's happy and free. If I come to the table where freedom sleeps, and if I remember this one life has shaped my whole understanding in a world full of difference, the work of peace is listening deeply enough to your Noah, will you do me a favor and hand me the tray of candles? It's always a... As we extinguish our chalice, we reaffirm that love is the power that holds us together and is at the center of our shared values. We are accountable to one another for doing the work of living our shared values through the spiritual discipline of love. And for the gifts we are now about to receive, we are accountable to one another to use our powers only for good, to remember to be kind to one another even in our great enjoyment of the moment, and to enjoy the gifts here, but only let the children take them home. Thank you, and stay for the potluck. And I sure hope the music works.
You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Think, let your mind go, let yourself be free. Let's go back, let's go in, way back when. I didn't even know you could have been too much more than 10. I ain't no psychiatrist, ain't no doctor with degrees. It don't take too much time to see what you're doing to me. You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Yeah, think, let your mind go, let yourself be free. Oh, freedom, 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 oh, freedom. Yeah, freedom, now freedom, freedom, oh, freedom, freedom, get some freedom, oh, freedom. Hey, I think about it, I think about it. There ain't nothing you could ask, I can answer you what I want. That was gonna change my mind if you keep doing things I don't. You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Yeah, think, let your mind go, let yourself be free. People walk around every day playing games, taking score, trying to make other people lose their mind. Well, be careful you don't lose your love. Think about what you're trying to do to me. Think, let your mind go, let yourself be free. You need me, and I need you. Without each other, there ain't nothing neither can do. Oh, yeah, got it, baby. Come on, baby. Think about it right now. Yeah, right now. Oh, right now. Yeah, right now. Think about it, baby, baby. To the bone. Come on, baby. Yeah. To the bone. Come on, baby. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Susan,
Yeah,
that was a marathon for me.
I'm so sorry, but thank you for doing it. I hear that.
Mother came up.
Yes, this is James Pitt with Holy Angels. I was giving you a call back on the patient you called me about. Holy Angels. Uh-huh. Okay, we don't accept returns on the weekend. Y'all should know that. I don't know if you haven't dealt with the Holy Angels policy before, but we only take returns on the weekdays. I've already spoken to our director of nursing, and she confirmed that with me. She said y'all could get everything ready for discharge and send her back first thing, Monday morning. But as a policy, we work that out with y'all. We don't take discharges back over the weekend. We don't have the state to do that. Yeah, no.